Welcome to my channel. We're talking about sacred protection. Yay. Okay, so it's very important, even though I'm singing and smiling about it. It's serious, but it doesn't have to be that serious if we do it properly. There are lots and lots of videos out there. There's lots of information. So I'm going to keep this simple because it doesn't need to be difficult. The way I like to do it, there are much more technical ways of doing it, but I think this is great for everybody, and it's going to give you a good introduction to how to protect your vessel, your energy field, you as a spiritual being in this beautiful human body meat suit. Okay, so we are all energy. We all have an energy field, our auric field, which goes out in layers. And with that being said, we have our chakra system as well, all these little vortices that are open at the front and the back and the top. So we're taking in energies, and it's very important, especially if you are starting to do things like meditation. You are opening up. Even yoga, when we do yoga, this is opening our chakras. This is why it feels so good. You might be delving into maybe psychic studies, and anyone that's doing anything like that, or healer, you need to know how to protect your energy. So with that being said, I want you to look at it like this. When we are protecting our energy field and our energy body, if we use pure white light, and we can call this divine light, and we can see this coming from God. Let's say God is the infinite, purest thing that is in the multitude of galaxies that exist. The God is the safe, pure place that we all were all created from. Okay, regardless of good and evil and other things, we know that that is the key place. It's God. So you might want to call that something different. You might want to call it the Godhead. I don't know whatever you might want to call it, but just imagine that. So that's where this white light is coming from. And I want you to imagine it blasting down through you, coming down through your crown chakra. So it's coming in through your body, and it's traveling all the way down through your body, through all of your chakras, and it's coming out of the bottom chakra, down through your legs and back down into the earth. And it's not just going into the earth, it's traveling all the way down. Imagine it going down, down, down through rocks and rubble until it reaches the core of the earth. It's illuminating. It's bam. It's like this bam. White light coming from source through you down into the earth. Okay. And then you can then imagine it expanding. So you are stood in this like pillar of white light now. It's completely surrounding you like a sphere. It's like a big column. And then you can bring it so it starts to finish like a few like inches above your head, and then inches below your feet. So you stood in a pillar of white light, like a prism. And that is a very good way to protect your energy. Now, I've been doing it like this for a long time. As I've said, there are other ways you can activate your Merkaba. There are different things, but it all is very, very similar to what we've just discussed. So that was a really simple way. So if you're ever feeling off balance, or like you can do this before you go into an area where you might be around lots of negative people, to protect your energy. But we should be doing this every day. You will feel the difference. It's strengthening your energy field. So then if anything tries to come into it, it won't be able to, because you are of this higher vibration. You're oscillating out this vibrational energy, which cannot be penetrated. Now, if we are just going slightly deeper into this, say if you're doing psychic work or anything like that, a healer, you are going to be more susceptible to other things that are trying to come in, because there are other dimensions, there are other bandwidths, that there are lower frequency beings that can often pose as higher frequency beings. So this is personally for me why I don't channel, because you never really know what you're getting unless you're quite advanced at it. You sort of ask who they are, and you're more aware, but there are many people that are allowing now, you'll see channels on YouTube, entities to take over their bodies and speak through them, which I would never allow that as a sovereign being, because we don't truly know who we're communicating with, and we have all the answers. We don't need to, allow anything to speak through us. And I'm not saying there'll be some people out there that are very advanced, and they're doing it very safely and they're fully aware of what they're channeling. This doesn't apply to you. But just be mindful, also be very mindful of what you are listening to. So we're using our spiritual discernment. If something doesn't feel right to you, don't do it. Don't engage in it. Just like channeling doesn't feel right to me. So I wouldn't allow that to happen. I have my protection field, and when things come in, because I am a psychic and I am a healer, so things do come in, but I have a way of communicating with them to see who exactly they are, and I use my discernment on the information that I'm given. So it's a bit different to channeling, but I think you get my point. So when we strengthen this field, nothing of that lower frequency can penetrate half as easily, because they just can't match your vibration that you're oscillating out. It makes it a lot more difficult. So if you feel that you've been suffering lately of, negative thought forms, or it's very difficult because we're surrounded by it, with everything on the media and the news and things. So it can get you down. Just practice this that I've told you with the light. It's nothing to be frightened of, but it's very important, because your energy is your currency. Your energy field and protecting your energy is your health. It's your currency and it's your health, and it's of paramount importance. And everybody should be taught this, in my opinion. Children should be taught this from the get-go, because the darker energies and darker, lower vibrational frequencies that are fear, guilt, shame, they attack the children first. And then the children grow older with these negative thought forms, and then form these adults that oftentimes have to go through a lot of therapy, healing, self-discovery and spiritual awakening to undo and unpick all the BS that has been put in place from a young age. And, it's not the parents' fault oftentimes, because the parents are only doing the best they could with what they know. But if we're armed with this information, we can make positive steps, not only for ourselves, but for the next generations, because this is all about unity. It's all about coming together with love. It's all about the Christ consciousness, which means divine love and light. And unity, it's not about religion. It's not about Christianity. It's about who Jesus was and what he stood for. And the higher level, Christ consciousness, is a level of consciousness. It's a 12-strand DNA activation, right? Which we can talk more about on another video. But I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please drop me some comments below. I always like to know your thoughts, and let me know how this worked for you. I'm sending you lots of love.